Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you with an NHL main slate video. As promised, guys, it's a short NBA slate, so why not get an NHL video, guys? If you're new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that bell icon so you know when I go live, guys. And when my videos post, you'll be the first to know. Trying to get to what was it, 5,000 subscribers, guys. So I can't do it without you. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. So let's get into it because we have a huge slate. And if you want my lineups, guys, my cheat sheets, the ownership, it's dfsclub.com, guys. Come join the family. We'd love to have you. Um, and this is Draft Dashboard. This is only $1 for 30 days. Click on the link in the description below. You yourself can have Draft Dashboard, guys. You get access to all my player pools, the lineup optimizer, sleepers and studs, the position optimizer, and the NHL cheat sheet. Because if you can't win, cheat. Right, Schroeder? He's trying to stretch. Oh, good stretch. Attaboy. Got the best studs, best mid-tier, best value, guys. This is Draft Dashboard, and Schroeder's going to join us here. So let's get into it. So as usual, we will start at center. So these are the best plays I like because it's a 14 freaking game slate, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna give you the players that I just really like. First off, Nathan MacKinnon, 100 draft dashboard ranking, guys, going up against San Jose. My Sharks. One of my favorite pay up options. I'd probably go him over Connor McDavid. 14, 6, 24 fantasy points in his last three. I mean, one of the best players in the league, guys, and a great matchup. San Jose gives it up to centers, guys, ranked 26th in the league. Get him in there. Patrice Bergeron, two great games in a row, finally. 8.2K on DraftKings, 100 draft dashboard ranking also. But Pittsburgh is one of the worst in the league. They gave up the most points in the league to centers, guys. So what more do you need with Patrice Bergeron, guys? At 8.2K, yeah, get him in there. Then we'll go to the mid-range here, 6.9K. Alexander Barkov, guys. Florida scores a lot of goals. Florida just scores a lot of goals. He also has a 100 draft dashboard ranking, guys. Double-digit fantasy points in his last 5 games, period. Going up against the Blue Jackets, who really don't scare no one defensively. He's just one of these guys, a really safe play. If you want to do a Florida stack, I don't blame you. I will be doing that. Next up, Joe Pavelski, man, 6.1K. Having the Stars started late this season, but man, they came on strong. And they get a good matchup against Detroit, who's not very good. 26, 36 in the first 2 games of the season, guys. The Joe Pavelski, get him in there at 6.1K in this high potent Dallas offense, guys. Then you got David Krejci here from Boston beating town. He's only 4.9K. He's been a little hit and miss this year, but he's due. Again, we're going to pick on Pittsburgh because they give it up to centers, guys. They give it up big time. So 4.9K, David Krejci, get him in there. And moving right along. So for some value, we're going to go for some Charlie Coyle here, guys. 4K, 17 and 13 in his last 2, guys. Again, going up against Pittsburgh, same position. You got to take advantage. And then Ryan Johansen at 4K. He's due. This whole Nashville team is due. They're very dangerous offensively. Normally, they're just starting off the season pretty crappy when it comes to scoring goals, but he's in a great spot. Chicago gives up the most points to centers in the league, guys. So get him in there. Same with Matt Duchene, guys. 3.9K. This is great value. They're priced so far down because, let's face it, they're not scoring goals. Let's see. I think that's going to do it for center because there's just so many guys. But I just gave you my core ones. How's that? So let's go to winger, whatever. Wasn't winger a 80s rock band? So Brad Marchand. So if you want to do stacking, guys, stacking is probably very important. when it comes to NHL DFS. It's some people say it is. I believe it. I believe it is. Some people say it isn't. It depends on who you ask. So I don't know, guys. Boston should score a ton of goals against Pittsburgh tomorrow. Even against wingers, ranked 30th in the league at giving it up. So he can throw up a 40 burger at any time. He had coming off a 36 fantasy point game finally, right? Haven't been big on Boston, stack on Boston, but I think they're waking up now. I think now is the time to pull the trigger, guys. Patrick Kane against Nashville, 7.8K. Very safe play for a pay up. 14, 18, 19 in his last three. Nashville's 27th in the league, giving it up to wingers, guys. So, yeah, get him in there at 7.8. Mikko Rantanen, I mean, yeah, 100 draft dashboard ranking, safe play. You want to stack him with McKinnon, something like that, or you can go Gabriel Landeskog. I mean, it just depends. Out of Gabriel Landeskog and Rantanen's the more consistent one, and he's also due for like a freaking 30-point fantasy game. So get him in there, guys. And Winnipeg, I've been stacking Winnipeg all season. It's been working out beautifully. However, everybody's caught on to this. But Kyle Connor's at 7-2. Probably my favorite pay up option. 4, 19, 13 in his last three, but he's going to bounce back nicely from this 4-point game, guys. Blake Wheeler, I was going to be on, but his price has gone up so much, and you know what? Deservingly. 14, 23, 13 in his last three. He's been on fire lately. But if you want to pay up for Blake Wheeler, it's just his floor is very scary. Just throwing it out there. Max Pacioretty, guys, of course. These Vegas guys haven't had two bad games, though, recently. So, I don't know. Philip Forsberg against Chicago, 6-6. Again, another one that's due, guys. I have a strange feeling that Nashville is just going to go off, and they're going to score like 5 or more goals this game because they're just due, guys. So, part of that Nashville stack, Philip Forsberg, you can get him in there. Kevin Fiala, man, always in this mid-range at 6.1K. Always a very safe play for Minnesota. Always. Last three against LA, 12, 15, 12 fantasy points. Yeah, guys, get him in there. Minnesota, too, sneaky sometimes. And this slate, yeah, they should score a ton of goals. Same with Alexander Radulov from Dallas, guys. Pair him up with the Pavelski, 5.9K. I think he's too cheap. Coming off a bad game, right? He's out there for 18 to 20 minutes on the ice. But yeah, in that game opener, he got a 30 burger. That's more like it. So looking for a nice bounce back from all. My favorite stack, obviously, is going to be Dallas. They have the best matchup. So Detroit, man, they just don't play defense, and it's not pretty. So yeah, my favorite stack is going to be Dallas. So Alexander Radulov, get him in there. Next up, Denis Garyanov, guys. Denis. It's Denis. Not Dennis. Denis. 22, 13 in his last three, guys. Second, third liner, I mean, it depends. But again, great mid-tier play, on fire, part of this Dallas stack. Nicola Elders, guys. Elders, sorry. 5.4K. He's still too cheap, in my personal opinion. Part of this Winnipeg stack. 19, 24, 15, 13 in his last four. Unbelievable. Dude's always showing out this year. And slightly always under-owned, too, I think. So great mid-tier play. Part of this Winnipeg stack. Next up, Zach Parise. 24, 14, 11. Way too cheap, guys. Way too cheap. 5.1K on DraftKings. 1,000 more on FanDuel, so definitely more of a DraftKings play. But, yeah, guys, get him in there. He should be at least 6, 7K. Next up, Dominique Kubiak, guys. Great kid right here. 4.7K, $500 more on FanDuel. If Chicago has any offense, it's got to go through him, right? He is capable of getting that 40 burger, guys. He got 3 games ago, and then an 11 and a 7. But for 4-7, I think that's pretty good value. Next up, Jake DeBrusk, man. He's due. 4.3K. Gonna pick on, so my two favorite stacks are Boston. I'll give you my three: Boston, Winnipeg, but number one's obviously going to be Dallas. But yeah, part of this Boston stack, so I might run three lineups because it is a 13, 14 game slate. So Jake DeBrusk, guys, at 4-3, get him in there. Miles Wood, a couple of games haven't been so hot, but he's got a good matchup against Philly, guys. Last time he played him, he got 20 fantasy points 3 games ago. He always seems to find open ice against Philly. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Miles Wood at 4-3 is good value. Frank the Tank is back on my videos, guys. Part of this Florida stack. So you can pay down at winger for Florida. That's what I like here. Got a couple guys for you. So Frank the Tank's only 4K, guys. Definitely way too cheap. Patrick Hornquist, guys, a great addition to the team. 4K, 20 and 19 in his last two. Way too cheap, guys. This is what you do. Get him in there. I'm kind of afraid to fade my Sharks, but I think they're gonna have their hands full with Colorado. Next up, Nick Richie, 3.7K. Great value here. Double-digit fantasy points in his last 3 games. 15 to 16 minutes on the ice. We do love that. Projected to get 7 fantasy points, but he's gotten double digits. So for 3.7, that's great value. And then again, Nashville, right? McCall, Grenlund, guys, 3.3K, 11 and 9 in his last 2. Nashville's going to have an explosion. I can just tell, guys. All right. So I think that's no, we got a couple more. Oh, yeah. Yamamoto, guys, from Edmonton, 4.7K. This kid is tearing it up. Way too cheap. Way too cheap. He's going to be about 6.5K here, probably by mid next month. Totally been just 16, 17, 17. This kid is something to look out for, guys. He's going to be a major problem in this league, so get him in there. Adrian Kempe, 3.8K is really good value. Also double-digit fantasy points in his last 3. I played him last slate. Thank God I did. I believe he had a goal. So, yeah, he's getting it done, especially for the 3.8 price tag, guys. Because a couple of positions, you always got to pay down, right? You can't just go as much as we'd love to just go like all freaking studs. But I generally like to pay down at one center, one winger, and then maybe go to the mid-range for defenseman. That's been my strategy so far, and we've cashed every single day last week. So there's that. If you want to pay up, part of that Nashville stack, Roman Yoshi's fine at 6.8. It's just he's not having a great start. Same with Adam Fox, pretty consistent, but 6.6. I think that's a little too much for Fox. I do like John Klingberg though, part of this Dallas stack, 6.2K. Dude, 22 and 8 in the first 2. Remember, Dallas got off to a late start this season, but if you want to pay up here, FanDuel, not so much. $500 cheaper on FanDuel, guys. Get them in there. And then Kale Maker going up against San Jose gives it up to defensemen, ranked last in the league, guys. They give up the most fantasy points in the league to defensemen. So 6.1, I know is a little steep for Makar, but let's see if he has a good game this game. The matchups there. All we can do is play the matchups, guys. Especially Devon Toews here. Devon Taves. There we go. 5.9K, 7 and 16 in his last 2. Also has the same matchup against the Sharks. Ryan Ellis. He's due for that breakout game. He's 5.7K. Slow start this season. For him, anyway. He can definitely 20, 30-point fantasy game. Coming right up and in a great matchup against Chicago, guys. I think Nashville's going to score a ton. Conor Murphy, I wanted to really hit on here. 5.2K. I've played him every game this season, and he's done me wonders. He was in that 4K range, 18, 20, 16, 13, guys. This kid's the real deal, man, and his price is finally starting to go up a little bit, but still considered, I don't know, mid-range. So get him in there. Esa Lindell, 4.9K is all right. 100 draft dashboard ranking. I just love these Dallas guys. And Matt Dumba, 4.9. He's having a real bad start to the season. But normally, Matt Dumba is one of the top defensemen in the league, and he has a great matchup against the Kings. I almost call them the Queens. That's the Sacramento Kings. 4.9 is too cheap, I think, for Matt Dumba. Keith Yandel, 4.8K, another one of these great defensemen in that mid range that I like. Part of that Florida stack. Get him in there, guys. Hampus Lindholm, 4.4K, 11.20 in his last two. I don't really like rostering Anaheim guys, but if it is, it's probably a defenseman. He plays a ton of ice time, between 20 to 25 minutes of ice time for him. Yeah, guys, get him in there. I think that's going to do it for defenseman, and that's going to do it for the video, guys. So very short and sweet. Now, I know it's a 13-game slate, but like I said, I just going to give you guys my basically my cores, my stacks, and then goalie, you're pretty much on your own because we don't know who's going to start for goalie. We just don't know the night before. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. We keep getting views on these NHL videos. I'll keep putting them out there, guys. We are on fire in the DFS club. We've cashed every single day this last week. Today was only a showdown slate, but other than that, man, we've been doing good things here, guys. It's dfsclub.com. Come check us out. The cheapest in the business. You already know. I have Preston in there, myself. We got some other NHL experts. So yeah, guys, we'd love to have you. I'm going to say a prayer for everybody, and we're going to get up out of here. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless your pets. Let's get this bread. Don't take shit from nobody. My name's Gabriel Skywalker, guys. Subscribe. I'll see you guys later.